Hi, welcome to the art. My name is Heiko. Today I will show you how I transform this old rainwater barrel into a potato farm. This is our old rain barrel. We used it as a potato tower last year. That was nice, but there is room for some improvements and we will do that now. By the way, it is not only a potato tower. You can use this kind of growing tower for all kinds of herbs and plants. First things first, we need more spots for the potatoes to grow out. I took my hole saw and made new big holes in the barrel. I made them perpendicular to the other existing holes so that later on it will be easier to fix the fabric around. You will see that in a minute. I drilled a random pattern of holes here. I took no measurements, it was just eyeballing as I want more natural look to the project. The same applies here. I drilled holes in a line from top to bottom as a preparation to screw wooden boards to the barrel later in the process. Here now is the step that improves the build of the last year the most. We had the problem that the soil fell out of the holes during the filling of the growing tower or was washed out as we watered the plants. So we prevent that now with the fabric. Additionally, the fabric will be additional insulation for the growing tower during the cold days. This fabric is heavy-duty garden fleece we use in most of our projects in the garden. As you can see, this is a typical situation as Sun Tzu in his famous book The Art of Woodworking already described. Never forget your clamps. So I used them to make the handling of the garden fleece a little bit easier. As the first board was mounted, I worked my way around the barrel. Here it is very important to wrap the fleece as tight as possible around the barrel, otherwise it won't work as a support for the soil inside the barrel. As my barrel had this conical shape, I automatically wrapped the fleece upwards. So I had to make a cut in the fabric and start wrapping lower again. I covered that cut with a board. As you can see here, I cut these loose materials in half. Then I took one layer and put it over the other, and I screwed a board to hold everything in place and to cover the cut. I selected a piece of fabric that is roughly 2 feet or 60 centimeters longer than the perimeter of the barrel, as that makes the finish of the wrapping much easier. For this you just have to lay one layer of fabric over the other and secure it with a board. So the end part of the fabric I just folded so that a board is covering the whole axis of the material. That was a pretty easy thing to do, nothing special here. Again, this is an upcycling urban gardening project. All the boards from the reclaimed wood are not straight and they are a little bit different in the dimensions. That is alright, as we want to add some green and natural spots to that very, very grey and abandoned backyard. And now it is plant time. So we start filling up the barrel with soil. We fill it up to the level in what we have the first holes for the potatoes. These are the potatoes we want to plant in. We let them in a cool but light room so they start growing. That will give them a little kickstart, as we plant them in now, they already have evolved a little bit. So that make them more resistant against diseases and bugs later in the season. Now the procedure is very easy. Find the hole, make a cut, put a potato just in front of it and cover it with soil. As you fill the growing tower with soil, leave a little bit space on top. You're digging in the top potatoes and cover them with soil. During the growing season they will pop out and you add soil. That make them produce more potatoes as they have more space in the ground. Yeah, nice and easy build so far, guys. Everybody can do. It's a nice urban gardening project. You can put this barrel anywhere. It will grow and you have the nicest potatoes in a while that you can imagine. We did it last year. This year is a little bit upgraded, so we have a bigger harvest. I really like that project. If you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe and I hope I see you soon. Happy crafting.